Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be your enemies are pitiful. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your enemies are pitiful. Now, once upon a time, y'all, we used to get mad back, right? Once upon a time, family, we used to call ourselves being upset with people who have wronged us, harmed us, and tried to destroy us. Somebody drop in the comments and say, not no more. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back, y'all repeat after me in the comments and say, not no more. You know what the emotion is now? I begin to feel sad for them. Okay, I'm talking about these are individuals who are literally punching a brick wall. Maybe not literally, y'all, but you get what I'm saying. It's like they punching a brick wall or a punching bag, expecting different results, y'all, driving themselves insane. You ain't gonna break down that brick wall, okay? And you ain't gonna bust open that punching bag unless you George Foreman. And I don't think the average man is George Foreman, okay? Now, what I want y'all to realize is, y'all, Mr. T has told us years ago, y'all, I want to say in the 80s or the 70s, but he said, pity the fool, pity the fool. But there's also a scripture, family, that Jesus spoke on. And it's right here in Luke chapter 23, verse 34. It says, then Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And they divided his garments and cast lots. Right here, y'all, Luke chapter 23, 34. Y'all write that down. Now, what I want y'all to realize is a lot of people, such as your enemies and adversaries and those who can't stand your guts, they know not what they do, y'all, okay? And they're doing it to the wrong person. They're doing it to the chosen one. They're doing it to people who are anointed. They're doing it to people who have a calling and a place in life. Somebody dropped in the comments and said, you doing it to the wrong one. All right. Once again, y'all drop in the comments and say you doing it to the wrong one. Pause on that. Okay. Pause on that. But the point is, family, they got the wrong one. All right. And so with that being said, family, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, chosen ones. So number one, your enemies are pitiful. You know, the first reason, family, is they are bitter Bettys and Bobs. Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for my chosen ones in the back. They are bitter Bettys and Bobs. All right. Now I know there's like a, what you call it, y'all, not an alliteration. Yeah, I think it's alliteration where you use the same word, Peter, pick the peck of peppers, all that stuff. I get it. But this is what it is, y'all. They are bitter Bettys and Bobs, which means when you're dealing with a person who's consistently just negative, or a person who's consistently saying the worst out of everything, they're consistently just showing that, you know, I don't see anything great that you do. I don't see anything great in life. I'm just mad. Understand something, y'all. They are bitter. Now, where does that bitterness come from? It can come from abandonment, right? Maybe their mom abandoned them. Their dad abandoned them. They were abandoned in a relationship or marriage, right? It can come from, you know, abuse. You know, once again, maybe they were abused as a child and it, you know, crept over into their adult lives. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, leave that over there. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, leave that over there. Now, you know, bitterness can come from, you know, just having a failed situation, a failed marriage, a failed relationship. You know, just bitterness is something that is on the inside of you. You've been holding it in. Okay, you've been holding it in, and you know it's something that's making you disgruntled with yourself. And if you're not, you know, at peace with yourself, then you're gonna be, you know, in chaos with everybody else. So it's something that you're holding in, and you know it comes off onto everybody you encounter. Bitter Bettys and Bobs. Okay, y'all, being on social media, and when you are like an influencer, I guess, or somebody who has clout, as they call it, you notice the bitter Bettys and Bobs. Okay, y'all, you notice the bitter Bettys and Bobs. And see, here's the thing, y'all. When you smiling all day, when you're happy, right? When you're looking at the positive things in life, when you're playing offense and not defense, when you're not so defensive, understand something, y'all. It's somebody who is. And they're going to take their anger out on you. And so what I'm saying, y'all, being in this position, I am a bigger target. And I get it, y'all. There can be no good without no bad. Okay. You can't say, oh, I got a lot of followers and you don't got no haters within the followers. So I understand that. However, y'all, I truly get to see the bitter Bettys and Bobs. Y'all, on my Facebook page, for those who haven't followed me there, y'all go follow me over to my Facebook page, y'all. Richard Denard, right? Or y'all can look up, I want to say Reno Speaks Riches, right? I should pop right on up. But what I'm going to say, y'all, is this right here. On my Facebook page, I post a lot of pictures that have meanings, right? And I know that picture says 1,000,000 words, right? 1,000 words, whatever you want to call it. And so I always have like a special message beside it, or on top of it as the caption. And so, people, they find reasons to just argue with you, right? They just find a reason to argue with you. Like, I had a picture, y'all, where it was a guy holding up a violin, right? And it was someone indicating that his mom was there. And, she was in the place of his mom, right? But anyway, she was cheering for him in the crowd. And this is a picture. And, the caption was, when everybody leaves you, your mom will always be there. Now, I know that that's not the case for everybody's situation, but that's how it should be. And most time, y'all, that's how it is. If you don't have nobody else, you're going to have your mom. Again, I know that there are outliers, and I know that some people, moms, do not care about them. This is what I preach. This is what I talk about. I understand this. I truly get it. But, you got people who are in the comments like, nobody, that's not right. And listen, y'all, it is all subjective. It's relative. So if that's your situation, then it's right for you. If that's not your situation, then it's not right for you. However, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Okay? Because pictures says 1,000,000 or 1,000 words, right? And so everybody has a different perspective. That's all I'm saying. But however, y'all, you find people who just want to disagree with you. Maybe they had their boss to chew them out and they looking for somebody to chew out. Oh, I seen this picture. I'm about to turn into a keyboard warrior. No, it ain't. And no, it can't. Come on now. We don't even got to put all that energy on that. Have a great day. All right, have a blessed one. Somebody drop in the comments and say, have a great day, okay? But that's the point, y'all. They are bitter Bettys and Bobs. So they are pitiful. Simple as that, y'all. I begin to feel sad for people. I don't even get mad no more. Number 2, they find the negative in the positive situation. Oh, man. They find the negative in the positive situation. Listen, y'all, I don't care if you went to college. They gonna tell you how, hey, you shouldn't have went to college. It's a bad decision. And y'all know my stance on how I feel about college. I don't think that you have to go to college to become a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. In fact, there's more individuals who did not go to college who became more financially successful. I understand that. But if a person say, hey, Reno, man, I'm thinking about going to college, man, I'm going to encourage that brother. I'm going to motivate that sister. Go get your education. Go do that. I'm not going to look for the negative in the positive situation. In fact, within the negative situation, I'm going to search for the positive. Somebody drop in the comments and say, look for the positive. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, look for the positive. Many people do not look for the positive. All right. Now, I understand how hard it is to be positive in a negative situation. All right. Tupac, in the words of Tupac, y'all, he said, it's so hard to be positive when they be shooting at your crib. I get it. And you know what? I took that as figurative speech, right? I don't think that he was just saying like shooting at your crib. Now, we all know that Pac got shot 5 times and he lived, and then he got shot again, and that's what, led to his demise. I understand that. However, y'all, when I think about shots, I think about, negative comments. Okay, I think about doubt. I think about fear. I think about, people projecting how they feel onto you. I think about rumors. I think about lies. I think about slander. All those are shots. So I get that it can be hard to be positive, when people shooting at your crib. But however, y'all, you want to look for the positive in every negative situation. So of course, if there's a positive situation, I'ma always look for more positive. But family, your enemies are pitiful because they can't wait for you to fail. They are about to blow this thing up. They are about to make this thing the biggest thing, bigger than the news, bigger than the election of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. They are going to make this thing big. This is why I say, no, they are pitiful. These are not individuals you waste time on. These are people you sit back and you smile and you say, I'm going to pray for you. Matter of fact, somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm going to pray for you. This is what you do to those type of individuals. You have to pray for them, because if you argue with a fool, then you will become one. Somebody drop in the comments and say, don't be a fool. Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. They want your position. All right? They want your position. Now, you know why they are so pitiful because of this, y'all? The reason why they are pitiful is because I couldn't have what God had for the next person, even if I took it. For example, y'all remember David, right? And he took his best friend's wife. He was lusting after her at first. He seen her when she was bathing herself, and he had somebody to tell her to come on over here. Like, hey, I'm David. She like, I go with your best friend. He like, yeah, I know, but we're not talking about him right now. We're talking about you and I, right? And so, later on, y'all, he gets his best friend killed by putting him or placing him on the front line, gets his best friend's wife pregnant, okay, and thought he wasn't going to get no type of punishment. Well, later on, y'all, one of his children actually passed away. I think they were killed as well. And so, although he wanted his best friend's wife, yeah, he got to keep her, but it came with a punishment. You had to lose something. So here's the funny thing, y'all. Even if you was to take something that wasn't yours, you will still be punished for it. And this is what I want you to realize, y'all. This is why they are pitiful, because they want your position so bad, but they don't want what you had to go through. They want your position so bad, but they don't want to put in the work that you put in. They want your position so bad, but they don't realize that what's for you is for you, and what's for them is for them. They have their own blessing, but they're so stuck up on your charisma. They so stuck up on your personality. They're so stuck up on how you move and how you walk and how you talk. They're so stuck up on the blessing that God has given you, to where they don't even look at the cool things they can do. They don't even look at the things that God has blessed them with. Somebody drop in the comments and say, open your eyes. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, open your eyes. Many people are walking around this earth, sleep, zombies. Yeah, their eyes are open, but what do they truly see? Are y'all following what I'm saying? Drop in the comments and let me know. Moving on to the next one, y'all. It's going to be number 4. That is, they consistently talk about you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. They consistently talk about you. Y'all, when you are the topic of discussion, you're going to always be, spoken about, right? Like, people are going to always talk about what you did, what you didn't do, and who you did it with. What does it sound like, y'all? It sounds like Bronny James. Just going to be honest. Okay? Y'all, Bronny James probably get talked about more than his father. And I get it, y'all. I would definitely say this. I know why he's being talked about. I'm not saying that he has. You shouldn't be talking about Bronny James. I get it. We all want to see Bronny James ball like LeBron. And if he ain't balling like LeBron, then we going to have something to say about it. I get it. I got it. However, y'all, it is a shame that they are consistently talking about this young man. And from my understanding, he was a 55th pick. I can't remember what round, but he was the 55th pick. But again, we know why he's being talked about consistently. Okay. So what I'm saying is, y'all, the people who are talking about Bronny James consistently are actually pitiful. All right. Let them live. Let them ball. Focus on other people. Go talk about this person. But they're not, because they feel like there's a cash cow at the end of talking about Bronny James. You know, this is for the ratings. Yeah, I know it's going to help you out. So it's sad, because if this is all you have to talk about, then what happens when there's no more Bronny James? Let's just say he said, I don't want to play basketball no more. What are you going to talk about? You're pitiful. You don't have no content. You don't have no information. You don't have anything to talk about. This reminds me of blog sites, people who get paid off a drummer. Now, from a business standpoint, I get it. Get your money. From a business standpoint, y'all know I'm a businessman regardless. So if you got to get your money off of talking about what Jay-Z did and Beyonce did, who am I to judge, right? If it's working for you, go do it, right? I feel like as long as you're not hurting people and as long as you're not slandering people, go do it. But, you know, other than that, y'all, I have nothing else to say, you know? So again, when you are talking about somebody consistently, this is a clear indication that you don't have no life. You don't have no life. And that goes to my next point, family, which is number 5, okay? They don't have a life, all right? That's number 5. They don't have a life. People who don't have a life, listen, y'all, they sit around and talk about what's going on in the celebrity world. They sit back and talk about what's going on at the job. They sit back and talk about what's going on in everybody's business. They don't have no life. So I make a life out of your life. Yeah. I make a life out of your accomplishments and your achievements. Yeah. I make a life out of what you have done, because truth is, I haven't done anything myself. And so if I can find joy in what you're doing, then maybe I can figure out a way to do what? Kill that joy, steal that joy, destroy that joy. And that gives me joy. Make sense, y'all? So that's why I say your enemies are pitiful. They don't have no life. Somebody drop in the comments and say, go get a life. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, go get a life, all right? But with that being said, y'all, that's going to conclude the video. We're going to do this recap, and then we'll get up out of here, y'all. So, number 1, they are bitter Bettys and Bobs, all right? Just straight up bitter. Number 2, they find negative in a positive situation. Number 3, they want your position, okay? Number 4, they consistently talk about you. And number 5, y'all, they don't have a life. It is sad, family, but this is what's going on, all right? Listen, y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or purchase any one of my books, you can do so by hitting the link in my description. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.